The long-awaited new solo album from T-Rock, The Burning Book, Chapter 1, War Wound. The special guest appearances by Big Flow, Infrared, KB Formula, and Street Military, Area 51, Skrilla Man, Najee, Slick, Gitter, C-Mob, Shawty Rock, Rock Solid Royal Family, and the FLO, Flow Dogs. The long-awaited solo album from T-Rock, The Burning Book, Chapter 1, War Wounds, in stores now. Go get it.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Sean Garvey, along with...
It's your boyfriend, Robbie D, a.k.a. Mr. Chocolate. Welcome to the best television show on TV.
DKE TV. We are definitely in the house, man. Are you ready? In the house. What's happening? What's happening, man? We got another Off the Hook show for you all, and we are sitting next to the original King of Crunk. The original King of Crunk, the legendary Raheem the Dream, man. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to us, brother.
Yes, sir. Looking
good. Look like you just got through preaching at World Changers, man.
I heard that.
Yeah, I was Creflo opening that, yeah.
Well, I understand you've been making a lot of dollars in your career.
Yes, sir.
Segue, y'all like that segue? That was smooth,
that was cool.
Man, so what's going on, man? What's going down with you, man? Pioneer?
Oh, man.
Take us all the way back.
Y'all want to go back? Y'all want to go way back?
All the way back.
Y'all want to go way back? Oh, what do you know about Dallas? Oh, my God.
DKE TV do their research.
Ooh, look, I was born in Dallas, Texas. Right. Moved to the ATL. I was like 11, moved to the A, and we'd fast forward and go to the high school. That's where I started doing the pep rallies at Thurl High School.
The pep rallies?
Pep rallies.
Okay, the suit threw me.
Rocking them. Oh, the suit. Yeah. So we doing pep rallies, right? So I'm rapping and keeping the crowd live. I'm in the 11th and 12th grade. So what happened with that was it started getting me popular to host talent shows. Mm-hmm. So I'm hosting Thurl High talent shows, and I'm doing the after parties. I'm in high school throwing after parties for the talent show. So you know how everybody doing these days. They throw a concert, then they throw after parties at the club. So I was doing them like that, and I would rent the apartments clubhouse. You know, because we couldn't get in clubs. We 15, 16, 17 years old. Okay. So that's where that part started. And while I was in the 12th grade throwing those parties, I had to get a DJ. Y'all know that DJ today who produced for everybody from Luke to Jay-Z, Kanye West. That producer is DJ Toomp. DJ Toomp, that was my DJ.
All right.
So we got together, 86, and made the record, Raheem the Dream. So that's where we started with the DJ cutting and scratching, and the producer that worked with Two Live Crew and Luke, which is Mike Fresh, he produced my first 2 records. So I can tell you some stuff where you'll see where a lot of the pieces of the puzzle came together today for Atlanta music, known as the Mecca, Atlanta known as the Mecca of the game right now. So those people turned Cooley C, he ended up being a producer and a DJ for me. Shawty Red, who produced for Young Jeezy, I hired him at 15 to produce the album for Drummer, who had Left, Right, Left. Got him a deal with Atlantic. Then I went and got Dro, y'all know him as Young Dro right now, put out the Yes Sir. Got Fabo, got the Franchise Boys who had the white tees, slanging my white tees, blew them up. Then I went and I heard a young man getting hot in the street, name was Yola. Yola was great. I ain't gonna let up.
That's the heat.
Grabbed him, blew him up. So what happened was, you see how the music went from us in the 80s, then the 90s, then the 2000s. Then the guy who sung Most Beautiful Girl, y'all know him today as The Dream.
Okay.
So you see how a lot of these pictures...
But wait a minute, let's go, you're moving too fast. The Dream. Yeah. So tell me, Raheem the Dream?
Yeah.
Where did that name, The Dream, from that artist called The Dream come from?
It came from me.
There it is.
It wasn't asked for.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't even borrowed.
Uh-huh.
It was stolen.
Wow.
No,
He ain't even like a junior, huh?
you got to ask me to use my name, okay? Because he was called Cashmere.
Okay. Education.
Yeah,
All right.
it was called Cashmere. And when I had put out franchise boards and blew up the White Tees and got them a deal with Universal Records. And a week after I got them a deal with Universal, I had a double aneurysm. I was rushed to the hospital, had my head cut open to save my life. So I was in intensive care for 3 months. So people were like, what happened to Raheem? Where he at? Everybody found out I was at Atlanta Medical. So now I'm in intensive care. Wasn't even supposed to be walking again, talking again.
You wasn't supposed to be alive.
Wasn't
Your
even supposed to be
aneurysms
alive.
are no joke. You had double aneurysm?
A double. They did a 10-hour surgery. So it was like 9 times out of 10, you don't even supposed to be remembering nothing, talking, walking, let alone running a record label.
Right.
So I showed them. As soon as I got out of the hospital, I put Yola out.
There it is.
It's a blessing that
Yeah.
you are here with us today to tell us about your background history, and you've paved the way for a lot of artists to be where they're at right now.
Yes.
But of course, this is still about you, Raheem the Dream, in the studio with us. We got to talk about this greatest hit CD that you recently put out there, Raheem the Dream, the classics.
Yes.
Tell the people out there that are watching the show right now, what are some of the classics that people can get off this album?
Man, we could take you back to where Freaknik was going crazy here in Atlanta, like in 94, 95, 96. I had a song I called We Wear Short Shorts. Girls walking around with the Daisy Duke song, cut off shorts. Had a song called Toot That Booty Up. You know.
Some of the songs that you got, you can't mention them for editing purposes.
Yeah. The biggest ones y'all remember is like The Most Beautiful Girl.
Oh, man.
We did that video here in Atlanta, and like I said, that's the song that the Dream sung on. Most Beautiful Girl. So we wanted to dedicate a record to all the women across the whole world. So we said, you know what, we'll just make one called The Most Beautiful Girl. And when you look on the video, we had all shades, nationalities, sizes, shapes. Everybody was in the video. Short hair, long hair, just beautiful girls, you know. Just recognizing that all our women are beautiful.
Yeah, before we even go further, I mean, that within itself, the greatest hits, I mean, you have to have been in the game for a while. You have to be at a certain level and stature.
Yes.
Raheem the Dream,
Yeah.
you got a greatest hits CD.
Yes. Greatest hits. This year makes 22 years professionally in the business. My first single came out in '86, and I dropped single after single every year. And then I was on Arvis Records at that time, one of my homeboys' label. So in 1990, I said, you know what? I think I got it. I think I want to start my own record label. So I started RTD Records, Raheem the Dream. So people didn't know that, you know, hey, I started that label. Then I moved from there to say, you know what? Everything we're doing is Tight to Death. So I'm going to call my label Tight to Death Records.
All right.
And today is Tight to Death Records from then to now.
Are we going to change the record label again? That's 3.
Now I got Tight to Death tattooed on me, so we keeping that.
You got to
for
roll
life.
with
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what's up. And you definitely putting Tight to Death music out there,
That's
man.
right.
What do you see in the future for music and for yourself?
Oh man, for music I see, I went down and grabbed a hot artist out of Albany, Georgia, who produced Field Mob. His name is O.E., producer, rapper, singer, everything. So he had a huge hit called the Huxtable Song.
Yeah, real big.
He was doing shows everywhere. And I said, who is this cat, man? I go in the club and I hear the song come on, they lose their mind. I check on the artist and say, well, he hadn't got a deal yet. I say, why not? People not hearing? I know how to go find hits. They not hearing this? Right. The crowd going crazy. Y'all don't see this?
Right.
So a year later, I got a call from a DJ, a popular radio DJ down there, DJ Tremaine. He said, Raheem, how long you gonna be in Atlanta? You going out of town? I said, no, I'm gonna be here. He said, we're coming up from Albany tomorrow. He said, we. He didn't say who. I said, cool. Came up. He called me on my cell phone. He said, I'm an exit away from. I said, exit away? You didn't tell me what time you was getting here. I said, all right, go get dressed up, whatever, y'all ready. So they pull up in the driveway, come out. He said, Raheem, guess what I got in the car? I said, who? He said, I got O.E. I said, the dude with that burning hot record? I said, yes. Come sit in the van. Want you to hear something. He had a double CD, like 40 songs. Mm-hmm. He played all of them. Out of 40, I picked 38 of them.
Man.
I said, you did? The dude say, I sung it, I rapped it, I produced it, I engineered it. So you just a Prince or R. Kelly or Babyface by yourself?
He is that dude.
He that dude. So we went ahead and signed him the next.
Smart move.
The next day. We wasn't playing around. We go in there. My mama, she run my record label too. I said, go in there.
Shouts out to mama.
Mama, Dr. Raheem, said, go in there and get her your social security though. Cause we finna do business and your real name.
Yeah.
So we got him signed. Then he said, oh, I got some people else on my album that's singing and rapping. I'm listening to it. I say, please tell me they not signed. He said, they ain't with nobody. I say, tell them to call. We got their real names as social security numbers. So they're signed to Tight to Death as well. So now we got that crew going, and he producing all them. One of them name is D. Suave. You talking about you miss Luther Vandross? This man can bring it back.
Oh, yeah?
Young dude, all that. Had us in the house shaking.
I heard that.
I'm like, hold on, sing again? Dude turned the music off. Sound better even with the music off. I said, we don't even need music. You can take him on the road just by himself.
Right.
So that's what we're working on now. Then I said, okay, cool. It ain't stopped there. I still got shows and stuff. People still calling me to do shows. I'm like, what? I get a phone call, I say, are you free this day and this day? I say, free for what? For go to a movie? They said, no. What you do, a concert? I said, okay, because I be forgetting that, I still had records out in different areas. So I'm helping put other people's career on out, and they still calling on me to do shows here. Right. So I go to Montgomery, Alabama. The whole club jam-packed. Crowd going crazy. There's 2 artists on stage. I said, who is that? They say, that's what we paid you to come down here to see. They own Montgomery, Alabama. Dude named Killer Cat and King South.
King South.
Okay.
King South.
Yeah.
Crowd going crazy like they Prince, Michael Jackson. I'm like, do they got something now? They say, yeah, they got CDs out in the street. Y'all want to come to the
Give me your social security number.
Social security.
Real name.
You got to know it. Your address, your baby mama address too, because we got to find y'all.
Yeah.
So we got them down. So it's pretty much what y'all will be hearing. And then if you go to the MySpace, Tight to Death Music, you'll be able to hear all these artists. I got them lined up on there. You get to see them. They got the stage presence. The ladies gonna like them. They cool with all the dudes. And if I'm picking them, they gotta be in the top, because my ears still work very well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you might want to check these guys out. And then I scooped down to Columbus, Georgia, because Columbus has been down with me for years. And I'm on the radio, Fox 105. They say, it's a dude down here too hot, Rob. He hot too. I said, oh man, I'm getting all the hot people. What's going on? I said, what's his name? I said, his name is Wish. Play the record. I said, well, telling his wish just came true.
All right.
Tight to Death Records, Social Security knows it.
And your real name.
And the rest was history.
So what type of flavor is Wish coming out with? What's
The dude is more like a KC from Jodeci. He sang like that,
There it is.
and he rap like DMX, but he sang like KC. So he kind of mixing them.
Wow.
So when you hear his record, he'll rap like your boy, and then he'll sing the hook like KC. I said, hold on, man. What? Who else?
He trying to get 2 checks.
2 checks, but I'm cutting one.
I heard that. Businessman.
Businessman, I'm gonna cut one. You could do both of those for one, 2 for 1.
All right.
But the thing about it is, you writing, you singing, you save money too for your own self. You don't have to pay people come in and sing your hooks. You sing. Then these artists, they write their own music too, write their own songs. So I told them, look what publishing gonna do for y'all.
It's way less recruitment.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Publishing is out the roof, I mean, man, you wouldn't believe, you do a song, you write a song or a hook, you might end up getting a $60,000 check just out the blue. You say, where'd this come from?
Yeah.
It was a record you did last year. you know, stuff like that. People don't know that you need to be able to do other stuff in the business to learn other things, because the people that was in the 60s and 70s, the artists, and they find out in the 90s that people using their songs. You look at TV 2, 3 in the morning, and you see all them catalogs of music being sold, but they not getting the publishing on it because it's been gone. They never owned the publishing, and they wrote those songs. So I want the artists to know that you get paid year after year after year for those songs. I made a song, residuals. I go to mailbox, I check it, I pull those things that say ASCAP publishing, might say $17,000. And I say, what I do? You look on the list, it might say Beautiful Girl, Freak No More, a lot of songs. It might say it was played on BET, it was played on this station, played in London, Europe. You don't know that your songs are being played in other places. You have no idea. Yeah. And they track it for you, and they pay you. It's like a free check, because you didn't go to work that week. You don't know your song still being played in that part of the country. You get a check for that.
Y'all are listening, right? Y'all paying attention? Y'all paying attention to this man? I mean, because this is entertainment, educational, and informative. And I mean, bruh, you've been in the game for a minute, and I mean, you check the track record.
Yeah.
Check
Got
the
2
track
books
record.
too.
Yeah, we was going to also get into that, because our understanding is that you had also written books as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah,
Record Game is a dirty game?
Yeah, that's right. That was the first book. It was called A Record Game Can Be a Dirty Game. And I had to do that. I wanted to show them the grimy part of it, because a lot of people just come up to me and think it was, you know, all about diamonds and shining, glitter, and, you know, will I be rich tomorrow if I rap for you today? Tomorrow might be 2 years from now. You can go that route if you pay attention, and I can show you how to get paid from it. So I put everything in that book, all the dirty part of the game, so you can just go right to it so you can kind of know it. And other artists and labels probably say, God, dog, he messing the game up for us, man. We're trying to rob these folks. You know, Rob, you can't tell them that, Rob. You can't tell them that. I say, I can tell them what I want to tell them. Right. This how, you know, I came up. And see, I own my own label, and I never been signed to a major. I can get you signed to a major, but I hadn't been signed personally, because I kept all ownership like Prince. I got 13 albums. I own all of them and all the publishing. Right. So if anybody need any songs from there, you still have to see me. You don't have to go / Warner Bros. / Atlantic / Universal. You just come see Tight to Death, and I can handle that. But if you want to see my other artists, I got that one with Atlantic, got that one Universal. Yeah, that. So you got to be able to work all, you know, I work with majors and independents. You just can't put me in one cup and say, look, you can't do nothing else. You sign with such and such. I ain't signing nobody, you know. So the book tell you about the dirty part of the game, and about concert promoters, people book you for shows. Say I send you half of your money up front. Right. You get to the show, it's sold out, but we can't find you to pay us our money before we go on stage. So the crowd, they out there waiting. Guess where the promoter at? He gone. He probably in the next state. Right. So now the club gonna either get tore up, or you finna get out there and rap free, because he gone with the money. So I was showing the dirty parts of the game. Then after that, a year and a half later, I said, you know what? I don't want to scare him to death. You got to see the good part too. So I came out with how to get paid from the record game. That was part 2. So this will show you all the good part about, like I was telling you about the publishing, songwriting, tours. You know, you don't just have to rap or sing. You could throw concerts. I started booking shows. I started, like UGK, I'll bring them to town. Like when the Club 559 was here. Oh, yeah. I would book Poison Clan. I would book Luke. I would book groups. It's like you got a rapper booking other rappers. They didn't understand. I was a businessman booking other rappers.
There it is.
Okay? Yeah. I was a businessman writing books. I was a businessman. I put out a DVD movie. It was called Shows, Booty, and Whatever.
Appreciate you editing that, man.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Okay, we got to get down to the meat of things. We've been talking about you as a writer, booking acts, and all this good stuff. Will we be able to see you rap again, man?
Yes. We can do that anywhere, at any time. Anywhere.
What about right now?
We can do it now. Y'all ready? Raheem gonna rock it steady. Yeah. They ain't ready from the ATLANTA, smoking on hay, Texas to VA. Detroit to GA. I gotta get my flow, then I go hit that at the show. I got some freaky witches. They ain't gonna get no riches.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what's
Oh,
up,
that's
man.
what's
It's
up,
such a pleasure, man. I mean, an honor and a pleasure,
Thank you, my
Mr. Raheem, the
Yes.
Dream, sir.
Raheem,
Yes.
the Dream.
I mean, I definitely appreciate you educating our audience out there and everything, too, and taking your time to share your time with us, man.
No problem. That's what we're here for, you know, because this up here contains a lot of information that a lot of people can use.
Exactly.
And if you ever need, you know, anytime people see me in the malls anywhere, I stop and speak with them, talk to them. I'm not difficult by any means. And like I say, you can check us out on the MySpace, Tight to Death Music. Tight to Death Music.
There it is.
There you go. One of the most greatest in the games, ladies and gentlemen. Raheem the Dream in the
Thank you,
studio
sir.
with us,
Yes,
the
sir.
original king of crunk in the studio. Once again, this is another Off the Hook show of DKE TV with your boy Sean Garvey.
And Robbie D, a.k.a. Mr. Chocolate, DKE TV. Best
Yeah.
TV show in the planet.
Yo, yes, sir.
They be tight to death.
Tight to death.